where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Good enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Music Monday on this Monday, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones. What I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and y'all know we got Music Monday, and of course, we got sold out. Now, I do have that link pinned at the top of the chat for the Discord. Feel free to sign up, and it is free to sign up, where, of course, we continue not only just the Music Monday talks, but, of course, we talk sneaker talk around the clock over there. So again, when I'm not able to post, most likely the information is there. As y'all coming it out, y'all definitely smash that like button for the kid and sub up if you haven't done so already. Let me know if audio and visuals is okay, because everything is looking good on my end. I'm looking a little laggy, but I'm assuming that'll get a little bit better here. Just kind of, got to play it by ear. But everything so far so good. As y'all coming it out, y'all know what we are talking about. I couldn't actually wait to do this live. Was going to do it earlier, but I know it was like a lot going on. But the Diddy trial, man, they have reached a verdict on the RICO trial. And yeah, I believe he's got, out of the 5 charges, he pretty much got proven not guilty of 3. And then there's 2, the Mann Act, that he was actually found guilty on, to the best of my knowledge. Again, I want to say this whole live is a legend and opinionated base. I wasn't there. I don't know Diddy and or what have you, right? Okay. But with all that being said, I will say this, from what I've seen articles of where people are giving him a standing ovation, because not many beat a RICO, right? Okay. Even though technically some people have to take a deal, some this, that, and the third. Diddy took it all the way to trial and got it all the way to a verdict. No disrespect to Young Thug them, because I mean their shit was definitely difficult too. But even Young Thug ended up taking a deal. And that's not a bad thing, because he didn't snitch or do any of that, what have you. I'm not saying that, but most people find okay, cool, where they see that this could go on for, Young Thug's trial could have went on for the next over years, right? Everybody was exhausted. So that was still a win for Thug. Glad to hear that he's out. But now we got Diddy up on the plate, right? Again, he's got convicted of the Mann Act. I'm going to cover what that actually is. And this law is very, very old, but pretty much each sentence carries up to 10 years. So he's got convicted on 2. That's a total of 20. There's no minimum, to the best of my knowledge. But anyway, I'm going to cover that towards the end of the live, probably at the 30-minute mark, because as you can see, I have a lot of thoughts on this one, man. And I know even the people in the Goodfellas and the Sold Out Discord I know you can't wait to do this one. So yeah, I mean, I have my thoughts, and I don't really have I wasn't there, so I don't know what is, but I will give my thoughts on that one for sure. But we're going to start with the Trippie Redd arrest, which that's also what I'm going to be going over tonight. If I'm not mistaken, this is something where I've seen him got arrested for before, and it probably just never got updated properly. But yeah, Trippie Redd has been arrested. We're going to start there, because that story probably is going to take me 10 to 15 minutes to cover. No disrespect to Trippie Redd. And then we'll spend the last 30 minutes on the Diddy trial, right? Okay, because yeah, a lot. And there's even more stuff going on the civil side too that I'm going to try my very best to cover tonight. So as y'all come in and out, y'all let me know. Smash that like button and sub up. And let me test the chat real quick, see what we got in the buildings. Looks like we have Slayer in there, says, "What's up, Sneaker Familia," which is family in Spanish, 100. What up, Slayer? What up, what up? As y'all coming in and out, smash that like button. Let's see, we got K. Nathan in there, says, "The same lawyer." Well, Diddy had, this is the difference between the bags and or the bigger the cases, right? Diddy, to the best of my knowledge, had, 8, 9 attorneys, all that's a big bag, Brian still did represent Young Thug, if that's who you're referring to. He was a part of the Diddy's trial. So I mean, at the same time, his name still goes down on the books as beating him of the most serious charges, right? Okay. I see Man with the Kick says, "Yerp, what up, Manny's? What up? 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 What up?" So yeah, man, I'm excited about this one. And ironically, there's no like major like music really popping off. So this Diddy trial thing has been going on for quite some time. Keep in mind, I think he got arrested last year, so I'm almost positive. He will get some time served, I'm sure. I wouldn't be surprised if when the judge makes his sentence and he can come home, you know? Again, don't want to, jinx it, but, at this point, man, there's people. The thing is, obviously I want to start with the Diddy trial, so I'm going left field already, but I'm going to start with the Trippie Red joint, and then we'll go into the Diddy trial, because so many thoughts on this one, man. So, again, as y'all coming out, smash that like button, sub up. And, yeah, man. So, let me pull up this Trippie Red article real quick, and then we're going to talk about that, and then we'll transition on to the Diddy trial. So, give me like 2 seconds to share my screen. Again, y'all let me know if audio and visuals is okay. So, let me see. Boom. You guys should be seeing my screen right here. Trippie Red reportedly arrested on a warrant at Miami International Airport, and this was reported on July 4th, to the best of my knowledge, at least by this post that I got right here. Says the arrest comes weeks after he welcomed a child with fellow rapper Coi Leray. So pretty much, if you're not familiar with who she is, her dad, to the best of my knowledge, is Benzino, which, he's known for, I think, starting The Source or somewhat or what have you, and then he pretty much had that beef with Eminem where they're pretty much kind of like, deaded everything as far as him. I'm not saying he's not still surviving and doing good, because we don't see him broke or anything like that, but, definitely his name doesn't get mentioned often, Man with the Kick says, "What's your thoughts on the new Drake song, my guy?" I don't hate it, but I don't love it, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I like how it switches up, and then it's like almost like a different song. That part is cool, but I wish it would have sounded like that the whole entire time. I know he took some like indirect shots at like Rick Ross or what have you, but I mean, man, he can do better. He can do better. He got to get warmed back up. You know what I'm saying? But anything Drake drops is gonna get attention regardless, man. So I mean, the numbers are always gonna look great. You saw what I posted in the Discord earlier. You know what I mean? And that's not even trying to be like a Drake stan. That's just calling for what it is. Says Trippie Red was arrested on Friday, July 4th. Okay, so that was July 4th, while attempting to board a flight departing from Miami International Airport. As reported by NBC Miami, the 26-year-old rapper was arrested when he went to board a flight departing for France. According to the arrest report, he was arrested on an active warrant from Miami-Dade County. While the details of the warrant are currently unclear, it was filed in the authorities in 2023. He was taken to Turner Gofford Knight Correctional Center. Trippie Red has not yet commented on arrest, which I think he did on DJ Academic's page, but this is probably by the time they posted this joint. He hadn't commented yet. Says the news comes just a week after he welcomed his first child with Makaiko, or his first child is Makaiko, so that's the name of the child, with Chloe Ray. And I'm hoping I'm pronouncing the name correctly. If I'm not, my bad. The pair has split following cheating allegations shortly after announcing that they were expecting their first child earlier this year. "Nothing worse than being cheated on," she wrote on Instagram stories. "Wouldn't wish the pain on my worst enemy." Red has faced legal allegations in the past. In 2018, he was arrested in Georgia for allegedly assaulting a rapper, FDM Grady. Weeks later, he was arrested for allegedly pistol whipping an unidentified woman. He and his brother got pulled over in Florida in 2020. I'm assuming this is what is kind of dead back to. This is the one I want to cover. Him and his brother got pulled over in Florida in 2023 for driving with tinted windows. Which I'm gonna see if I can pull that video up real quick. And see if I can actually play that for the people who don't know. It says during the incident, he only received a citation, but his brother was hit with a drug possession charge and arrest. I'm assuming that means his brother took the, charges for some stuff that he probably, that he ain't gonna get. It ain't gonna look as bad on him. People, I didn't even know his brother got that charge. And that was the point of that. You know what I'm about, I had to guess. So let me see if I can search real quick, if I can find the video. And we will see if I can play it, because That one I think is what this all ties to. Again, don't quote me on that because this could be something new. But you know, this him and his brother did get pulled over by that. So I'm gonna see if I can find the video real quick. Shouldn't take too long for the kid. I think I actually found it, but I gotta make sure I found the one that'll play the video because I think they were actually like out and about. I don't think they necessarily did anything. I think he had no driver's license or something like that. So let's see, the traffic light footage surfaces. So let's see if we can find the actual video. That is not it. That is not it. Let me see. What is this? Is this the actual video though? Let me see. I want to make sure I can play this joint. Because I don't want to play the music of that joint, but I'm playing it just to see if this is it. It could not be it, but I mean, I hate when they do like that false monument stuff. But we'll see, because I actually want to find the video to see if, you know, we can find how they got like arrested in that, you know, because it was kind of, I ain't gonna say funny, but him and his brother was kind of like, you know, they were really nice, but the cops were really like super duper like not the nicest. But again, that kind of comes with the game. So let me see if I can actually find it. I actually think I found the video. It's like 38 minutes long. I'm not going to watch all that. I want to see if I can find like a snippet of that joint. But I think this is what it all ties back to. So it says arrest and MIA. Don't want to read that one. It says, I think they were hotboxing in the car apparently. So I want to see if I can find this because that would be a key ingredient to this. So I think I actually found it because this is the body cam joint. I'm going to see if I can play it real quick. I'm going to actually play it on mute because you know how YouTube and them be tripping sometimes, even though technically they still will do this. So this actually was reposted by another person, but I actually want to see if I can find it. So this is it. I'll see if I can find some of the joint where they actually got pulled over and where they were at. So they were actually really nice, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Let me see if I can find the body cam footage is what I want to find because to be honest, it's a key ingredient to this. Pulled over, let's see, pulled over Florida body cam. I'm gonna see, put it value like body cam joint. See if I can just find it. And then if not, we'll keep the party going. Let's see, body cam. I know I should have been a little bit more prepared, but I want to see the body cam footage. Because again, if this is dating back to this, I'm assuming homie probably thought he already took care of the whole situation. But if they're gonna do, you know, pretty much, I guess is it right here. That's why the police suspended after getting pulled over, driving too fast. Again, I could have sworn I found it somewhere, but I do not see it. But it is what it is, because I got one on YouTube, but that video is like super, like it's pretty much long, right? Okay, let me see if I can do some of the joint, because I don't want to play the whole joint, and this could be somebody else's stuff too. So let me see real quick. Because Trippie Red was super nice about it. You know what? F it. I'm not going to play the video because I already know how the other YouTubers may be tripping and stuff. But long story short, just know that there was a video out there where Trippie Red did get pulled over and his brother was in the car. And looks like his brother pretty much took the charge for him on that one. So just to share my screen here again, my bad everybody. Boom. Should be seeing my screen. This is his mug shot. Again, homie is, you know, if this is back from 2023, I don't see why we should hold on to this. It says Trippie Red was arrested while trying to leave the country. Says on Thursday, July 3rd, the 26-year-old rapper was on his way out the country when he was stopped by Miami-Dade County Sheriff deputies due to the active warrant. The LGPN reports the warrant was related to an invalid driver's license case out of Miami country from 20. Yeah, so that's the thing. I'm pretty sure that's the same case when he got pulled over. Not the lady, that was the biggest thing. He didn't have a driver's license, but him and his brother got caught with that fine. So I'm assuming, did he finally get his driver's license or not? You know what I mean? But at the same time, this is something that should have been on taking care of this, like financially all the way across the board. You know what I'm saying? So I would assume that he did, but maybe they don't have it updated in their records, you know? Says he was taken into custody at 4:50 p.m. at Miami's Terminal J after U.S. Customs and Border Protection reported the legal issue. According to the deputy's report, videos of his arrest was captured by someone in the vicinity who posted the footage on the social media. Deputies surrounded the rapper as people off camera are heard yelling, Relax, and that's to my family. As an officer escorted him away, Trippie was booked at Turner Goldford Knight Correctional Center in Miami. Yeah, so it says he was reported released on a $150 bond. Wow, $150, bro, bond. So I mean, it was set. His bond was probably set at $1,500, and he could pay 10%. Trippie's first public mention of the incident came from an Instagram comment he left under DJ Akademiks' post about the warning. Says, was going to go pick up 600K, by the way. 2 shows, shaking my head. That's little though. My bun was $150, laughing my ass off. But the Channel 6 News played my song. I made $750 off that, he wrote. So, I mean, to be honest, he still didn't lose too much money, but at the same time, 600K, he was really, trying to get to that bag. Trippie was scheduled to perform at the Lorento's Music Festival in Boulogne on July 5th, which is where he was likely headed before being arrested. Trippie's arrest comes after his recent birth of his daughter, which we kind of already covered that already. Yeah, so that's it on Trippie, man. I will say this. If it's for that old warrant, man, let homie go and do what he need to do. I mean, obviously he didn't. I didn't know they picked him up at the airport. That's crazy. Why they knew he was going to the airport and that's when they just wanted to publicly embarrass him, though? I mean, I don't know if that's the case. But yeah, so Trippie was trying to get to the bag working, man. I mean, to be honest, he most likely have probably have moved on from that whole situation, not even thinking about it anymore. I mean, this was back in 2023. That was roughly what? Depending on the actual time, that was literally roughly what? 23, 24, 25, 2 years ago. So yeah, he's probably no longer even thinking about that, dog. But it is what it is. So we're gonna go ahead and get ready to transition onto this Diddy trial, man. So a lot of things I want to cover on this one for like the last 30 minutes of this joint. And I will say this: I am one. If I'm gonna speak on the verdict right off rip, right? I definitely knew that he wasn't going to win it all. He had 5 charges. He had the RICO joint, which this is the thing. Long story short, he did beat the most serious charges, which could have had him behind there for life, right? Okay. Now, he's got 2 where he was convicted on, which is based off the Mann Act, to the best of my knowledge. And that is pretty much I guess you can say, prostitution, so to speak. Each carries a maximum of 10 years, so he could, if the judge throws a book at him, it could be he could do 20 years if he stack them. Usually when they're convicted on 2 of them, they'll let him run concurrently, which is 10 years. Now, I will say this, the maximum is 10 years. Now, let me bring it back a little bit. The minimum, there's no minimum, meaning the judge could sentence him to whatever. The judge can say a year, he could say 2 years. The judge can say anywhere from 10 or less, right? And most likely I would hope he's not going to maximize. No, the max he could say is 20, right? The max years he could say is 20 because there's 2 charges. Both carry a sentence of 10 years. Usually they let the people run them concurrently, meaning they serve together, Again, what I want to say this too, with this whole Diddy trial, I think the prosecutors, in my opinion, this whole live as a legend and opinionated base, I think they did, these were not the right charges brought against him. Now, those assault charges, from what I got from it, that should have been something filed by the state, where obviously they had the clear-cut evidence, but they didn't file. If I'm not mistaken, now, keep in mind, civil and criminal are 2 different things, but the criminal charges that they could have filed, the statute of limitations is up. So it's been so long that it's pretty much, to the best of my knowledge, the state can't file it now if they wanted to, just to get back at them. Right? Now, you're maybe asking, well, they still got the civil cases. Civil cases is more so money. Now, both cases, you're going to be spending a lot of money, but civil case means, if you lose, you just got to pay. Criminally, you could be looking at some jail time. Right? That's all it is to it, to break it down. But I say all that to say, I mean, his family seems like that's a victory. If he gets time served, keep in mind, if I'm not mistaken, he's been already behind bars for 10 months. 10 months. 10. So, and with good behavior, and then he has what have you, probably doing extra duties, this, and the third. that could be easily credited towards a whole year because there's only 2 months left to get a whole year of time served. Because he's got, I would assume, unless the judge is just going to be extremely rough on him, he's going to give him time served. You know what I'm saying? Which they're going to argue for a year's worth of time. And again, if he judge hits him with, even if the judge hits him with 2 years, and then he's only got to do 50%, like in the, no, on the federal side of things, you got to do 80% of the time. So say the judge hits him with 2 years. This is rough math. He gets credit for a year. He's got to do 80%, meaning he could still be out, which in like what? Even if especially because I think the sentencing is supposed to go down October, but his attorneys and stuff are trying to argue to push it up sooner. But they still got to take and look back at a lot of things to take in consideration before, giving him what they feel like he deserves. You know what I'm saying? Or what the time should be or what's considered fair, So at the same time, if they're rushing it, let's say, again, if the judge doesn't rush or give them a speedy, hearing to, because I think there's supposed to be a hearing here coming up soon about certain situations. I'm going to cover that tonight as well. But at the same time, let's say he waits for sentencing in October and the judge hits him with a year. He gets time served, he gets 80%. He'll be out roughly in October of next year, which sounds bad, but not bad considering what he could have had, right? So the man's going to be very thankful. As you can see, I'm pretty sure he's thankful for the jury only convicting him on the prostitution joint. But let's just keep that 100, right? Let's just talk prostitution, right? In my opinion, you could easily be breaking this law and not even trying to. Now, I'm sure not on the level of a Diddy, but if you ever took let's just say, no matter how you get down, whether you took your significant or the person you were dating, right? We don't care if it's male or female. Let's say you took them out to eat, right? And you paid for dinner, you wine and dine them. I mean, you maxed it out on them. Y'all go back home, have a few little drinks, and then things happen. You know what I'm saying? Is that not a form of prostitution? If you pick them up or you arrange for them to get to you, you know what I'm saying? That could easily be a form of prostitution, right? Anybody could easily be convicted of that. I've seen people that got convicted of that and don't get crazy sentencings, right? And I'm not trying to jinx it for him. Where we at real quick? Slayer says money always talks. This is true. That is a fact in my opinion. I know that's kind of contradicting, but I do believe that money will get you a lot further, and for that saying, right, off mode but on mode. I would love to meet the person who says that, money doesn't make you happy or money doesn't buy happiness or money doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Bull crap, man. I mean, I would just let him know what that guy or female or whoever said that saying that kind of got overly popularized. I would love to know what they do. You know what I'm saying? But let me read this article real quick. We're going to touch on some more topics. Looks like there's going to be a civil suit against Cassie and Diddy filed here. And then, yeah, man, I think Diddy also got a standing ovation when he made it back to, his inmates. You know what I mean? Who else, could be the RICO? People were standing outside of the trial of this. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing, man. Am I saying he's a perfect guy? No. Has he made some mistakes? Sure. But the charges they had against him, those, no. The one that should have got was those assault charges, you know what I'm saying? And all these other stuff. And I get it. People may or may not have been able to have the ability to file against him because he could just pay everybody off. I don't know. That could be easily saying. Now, I have seen a lot of people spoke out against it. But my thing is this shows you who your real friends are too. Because keep in mind, the only celebrity, which, this may be a good thing or a bad thing, that only showed up during the trial that wasn't a family member was Kanye. He's been holding it down. You know what I'm saying? And he's also produced, executive produced, I think, Diddy's last son, I think King Combs or Christian Combs, his last song or album. So, I mean, he's really showing his loyalty to Puff. I'm very curious why. There's got to be a motive behind it. Not saying necessarily for a bad thing or a good thing, but I am very curious why. But it says the Diddy trial, jury reaches verdict on 4 counts, but not on RICO charges. So where we at real quick? says the jury is divided on if Diddy should be found guilty on racketeering conspiracy charges. Now, this was July 1st. If I'm not mistaken, the verdict came out on Wednesday. So don't quote me on that, but I think it's on Wednesday. It says 12 juries in the Diddy's racketeering and ex-trafficking trial had made a decision on all counts excluding one racketeering conspiracy. At just after 4 p.m. on Tuesday, July 1st, following their second day of deliberation, the jury sent a note to the judge announcing that they had reached verdicts on 4 of the 5 accounts and the mogul is charged with. They said, however, that's when it came to the count 1 racketeering conspiracy. They were unpersuadable options on both sides. Says they were not indications in the note that the verdicts were for all other 4 counts. These are just 2 counts of ex-trafficking by force, fraud, coercion, and 2 counts of transportation with intent to engage in prostitution. My thing is this, dog. He can't help who, like, you know, he's involved with, you know what I'm saying? Like, he is literally like a person that, you know, I said this, he got more, you know, he got more people that, he got more bag to play with. So my thing is this, as far as the prostitution thing, like, what's it saying? Y'all know that saying they used to say, like, it ain't tricking if you got it. And I'm like, dog, my thing is this. I've seen several, like, chicks that prefer to be, you know, wine and dine and spoiled. And I was like, yo, if you chilling with a chick, you gonna spend, like, I've said that no matter who you talk to, right? If you're, and I don't know about on the other side of things, but I know if you're talking to a chick or you're dating a chick or if you're interested in a chick, you're going to have to spend some money on her. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you slice it and dice it, you're going to have to spend some money on them. You know? And maybe that's not your only intention is to, like, you know, go all the way in or close the deal or what have you. But at the same time, you know, you wouldn't mind. You know? Who's to say that wouldn't happen naturally? I mean, you can't. My thing is, how do you prove if that was intention? And then also, right, if it was one of those, like, to engage and all that, my thing is this, shouldn't there be a charge on Cassie or all the other people that may be involved, even Jane Doe? Because it's my thing, right? Maybe the first time, like, all right, cool, man, I wasn't comfortable this, that, and the third, and you wait for years and don't say anything, I get it. But, like, if you pulled up to some of these, like, situations of quote-unquote freak-offs that were brought up, if you pulled up more than one time, I just, at this point, you gotta know, I'm gonna put it this way, 3 strikes are out for me. If you pulled up more than 3 times, if you pulled up 3 times or more, you knew what to expect at a Diddy party. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to defend the guy, but at the same time, are these people really victims? And one of them, he's actually paying the rent for still, whoever that may be. Now, I know what's going around, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I hear what's going around, I should say that. It says, in response to the note, lead prosecutor Maroon Comedy suggested reading the jurors a modified version of the Allen charge, instructions sometimes given to hug juries, urging them to reach a verdict. Diddy's lead attorney, Mark Affinio, instead wanted something simpler, just to tell the jury to keep deliberating. Says, I'm not asking the court to say much, and that's because I don't believe the jury needs much, he told the judge. He says, in the end, the judge adopted, Mark's language, but also reiterated some instructions for the jury charge. He read them on Monday. He says, it's your duty as a jurist to consult with one another and deliberate with the few to reaching an agreement. He read in part, each of you must decide the case for himself or herself, but you should do so only after consideration of the case with your fellow jurors, and you should not hesitate to change an opinion when convinced that they're egregious. He says, discuss and weigh in your respective options dispassionately, without regarding the sympathy, without regarding the prejudice or favor of either party, and follow my instructions on the law. Deliberations continue on Wednesday. It's more time than needed after that. It will be up to the jury whether to continue on Thursday, July 3rd. So this one's kind of like a little bit throughout the past 7 weeks. He's heard testimonies from the witnesses like Cassie, Kid Cudi, and along with Jane Doe, exotic dancer Sheree the Punisher Haynes, says alleged drug mogul Brendan Paul, and others. So again, we did reach a verdict. I'm very curious what's next. Again, I'm going to say this. He falls to his knees in his sketches as a split verdict was continued on a series of sketches. So again, Diddy's been denied bail because they tried to get him bail on this joint, but he got denied bail on this. And I'm like, honestly, I can't help but wonder, like, why? But at the same time, I get it. He knows that it will break the internet because at the same time, it's going to look like, hey, you know, this dude literally did all this. And I get it. That's what the prosecutors are designed to do. But that stuff in the videos and all the stuff that was bringing out, I've always questioned this. What they got to do with the current situation and what he's being charged. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I just don't see how that's even a thing. Says, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to read a little bit more here. But at the same time, I don't think Diddy should be charged for, you know, honestly, I get the prosecution. I get the prostitution charges. But I don't think he should be getting maxed out on that one. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my thoughts on that one. So next one says, he falls to his knees. I would too. If you think about it, what you were facing life, Diddy has what, 8 kids, and he's trying to see all of his kids. You know what I'm saying? I get that. The rapper's emotional reaction to split verdict was captured in a series of sketches. Keep in mind, because there was no cameras allowed in the courtroom. Now, I could play this video here for like 2 seconds. Hopefully, I don't get like flagged for this one. So I'm going to see if I can play this video on here, because this kind of gives us like a verdict of it, and I'll read through the rest. Give me a second. So I'll see if I can play this joint. But there's not much on this one, so not much. It ain't even playing no audio on this one. So that's crazy, because I think, let me see if I can open it up in another, like, let me see if I can open it up in YouTube real quick. But yeah, this joint, I was playing something earlier, but this is just kind of what it is. They didn't like cover this part. So like, they just got the images of what kind of went down. So this would be fair use. Whole video for fair use. Just want to put that out there real quick. And then again, his attorneys already said this is kind of like a victory for him. You know what I mean? If we had to guess. So I think obviously this is one of the channels that cover this a lot. And I don't want to sound like I'm like hating or anything, but they have been very good at like getting the information out there. So let me see if I can play this just for like a quick
case
second.
After all of these weeks, and if you thought that was the only major decision of the day, you would be wrong. We're going to talk about what happened on this absolutely monumental day in court. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
So this is Sidebar. They go over this right here. And my thing is this, they kind of break it down, but at the same time, were they really actually in the courtroom? Some of them maybe so. But again, Diddy has been denied bail. But I want to say this, he did get a standing ovation on this joint, and everybody kind of wants to know what's next. Now, again, I did want to cover what the Mann Act is too. I know I'm all over the place on this joint, but it says, because this is kind of what this is. This is the old charge, man. Look at this law was passed in 1910. 1910, dog. How many? Let's do rough math. How many years was that? 1910? Let's see. If we're in 2025, and this was passed in 1910, a little subtraction here, 115 years ago, dog. Yo, again, I'm not saying this isn't looking great or looking better for Diddy, but I mean, it's kind of one of those like, dog, we're going off this. Now read this, right? Peep this. It says, the Mann Act, also known as the White Slave Traffic Act, is a United States federal law passed in 1910. It prohibits the transportation of individuals across state lines or international borders for the purpose of prostitution or other immoral activities. I mean, this is my thing, right? I mean, if you, let's say you date somebody from especially here, right? Especially in the area, I'm in the DMV. We got DC, Maryland, Virginia. So if I'm in Maryland per se, and I get hooked up with somebody in VA, and I pretty much pay for them an Uber here, and we get something to eat, and then, you know, we go do the do, is that not prostitution? You know what I'm saying? Is that not a form of prostitution? You know, sure, I'm not going to be able to do it on Diddy's level where I'm flying somebody in, but at the same time, that's why I said, like, this, what, it's not saying I don't take it serious, but it's kind of one of those, like, dog, what was really, is that, I don't, while it is a serious charge, but how serious really? It says, what happens to Sean Combs now on July 3rd, right? So pretty much it says, The report mentions physical and ex violence. It says after 2 months in the Manhattan courtroom, the federal trial of the hip hop mogul Sean Combs, also known as Diddy or Puff Daddy, had also Brothers Love, by the way, they forgot that one. Maybe they don't know, has come to an uneasy close. On Thursday, Combs received a mixed verdict from the jury, not guilty on more serious charges, 1 count of racketeering conspiracy and 2 counts of ex trafficking, guilty on 2 lesser counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. So he pretty much got charged with prostitution, dog. I mean, wow. Let's keep it going though. It says, with the trial over, it feels as if the nearly 2-year saga around Combs has reached a temporary impasse as those who turned into its twists and turns wonder what comes next. And that's what we're all kind of on our edge of seats for, like, what's next really with this guy, man? I mean, to be honest, a lot of people I honestly thought he would be home for the 4th of July to get some good BBQ. But I mean, apparently I was wrong, right? Says, though the verdict is ultimately a win for the defense, Combs' image has been forever changed. I don't think that's, I'm going to disagree with that one. This is my thing. We've seen countless of some of the most well-known figures do this type of stuff in the verdict or assaulting women. I could think of one off the top of my head, NBA YoungBoy, easily. We've seen that, and he's just as well known, and he's been through the ringer. You know what I'm saying? We've seen other people do this too. And when a girl usually beats on a guy, they never tarnish their image either. So I would say this: while that video did suck and it did not look good, but I have a feeling I ain't gonna say it's gonna tarnish. You know what I'm saying? He's never had the best well-known reputation as far as sure, he's known for his success. But a lot of people always had a lot of negative things to say that we always heard mumbled through the grapevine. You know what I mean? Looks like we got Long Beach Joe Jess in the building. Says salutes and respect to Polo in the chat. What up, Long Beach? What up? Y'all smash that like button. Says, though the verdict is ultimately a win for the defense, Combs' image has been forever changed. The man who took a rap corporate routinely one of the top earners in hip-hop had already taken a hit to his diverse business interests from the snowballing civil suits that preceded the federal trial, beginning with a head-turning November 2023 suit by Cancera Cassie Ventura. This is my thing, too. A lot of have brought this up, right? And I don't want to sound like mean or hating or anything, but they're like, yo, allegedly, she already got 30 milli, and he paid that joint. What else do you want now? Is this the prosecution just saying okay, cool, you got your money, but now you owe us this? You know what I'm saying? He settled very quickly, literally within the next day. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he paid it. I mean, what more do you want? I feel like, to be honest, should you be able to file a criminal suit if you won on your civil suit or vice versa? You know what I'm saying? I guess the short answer is yes, because we've seen it happen, but I don't think I necessarily agree with it. Long Beach says, this whole situation is crazy. Dog, it is, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Again, the man's already let you know. I mean, there's no story. The man definitely has been, vocal about it in so many different ways, but this is my argument the whole entire time, Long Beach. The people that are saying victims, were they really victims, is my question, right? And then what really made that the federal want to go after this guy like this? He says his former girlfriend and industry protege, Combs, stepped down as chairman of the media company Revolt TV that month and sold his stake the following June. In December 2023, 18 brands severed ties with Combs' e-commerce venture Employer Global the same month as long-standing partnership with the liquor brand Diageo was eroding, the company's lawyers wrote. Mr. Combs is well aware that these lawsuits make it impossible for him to continue to be the face of anything. I get it. So, again, this whole time we thought Diddy had his own liquor, but it really was kind of his. He was just the face of it. But, I mean, I guess he didn't start it all the way. Kind of what Rick Ross has been doing with his liquor and stuff like that. It ain't his, but he's definitely getting it up. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely helped promoting it up is what I should say, right? Pause on the last part. Let's see. Mandarin Kick says Slayer and Joe Jets with the handshakes and says salutes. Let's see. Mandarin Kick says run it up ski. Appreciate that. I'm only going to be on the jump for like another 10. Says there has also been a significant damage to his personal brand. A proposed Hulu reality series was scrapped. Howard University revoked his honorary degree. He had to return the key to the city of New York, which we covered all this before, just months after receiving it. Combs' homes were raided by Homeland Security officials in March of 2024. That May at 2016 hotel surveillance video of him and Ventura showing him hitting her, kicking her, and attempting to drag her down the hall leaked in the public and since deleted a video apology. Combs said, I take full responsibility for my actions in the video. I was disgusted that when I did it. I'm disgusted now. More lawsuits poured in after his arrest in September 2024. Before Ventura's suit became news, Combs had scored a Grammy nomination by an R&B album that was valued over $1 billion and was in the middle of the move to adopt the Love as his new stage name. That attempted reinvention was none-filled by the description of the allegations and the fallout in the following months immeasurable. So I had a feeling he had that all this was coming. He had to anticipate that all this was coming for sure. You know what I'm saying? Says, even without guilty verdicts on the counts of racketeering, conspiracy, and ex-trafficking, the trial has furthered the damage. The more aspects of the freak-offs that made it into the public, the more ex-workers. And one of the people that was on the jury, I think he was an alternate jury, right? He actually did speak. I want to cover this too. I want to make sure I cover this one. So let's see. We got Slayer speaking back to Manny. Long Beach says salutes to Manny and Slayer. Appreciate that. So the alternate juror shares his thoughts on the verdict and says the freak-off evidence was tame. So whatever that means, he says he shared some details about the evidence of the defense and the prosecution that presented. So this is the alternate juror. So I mean, pretty much, I don't know if he's allowed to do this, but it is what it is. He says in an interview in the following verdict in Diddy's trial, in which he was found not guilty on 2 severe federal charges he faced, an alternate juror has said that he agrees with the verdict and detailed when the evidence was shown. He says, I understand the final verdict, and an unnamed juror said during the interview, CNN, as reported by TMZ. Let me see if I can actually find it where homie was talking. I don't know if we can find the video or not, because if we can, we'll see. Because this is all him falling to his knees again and stuff like that. Standing up for Diddy. So people have spoken up. And of course, this is the video. Man, they got the most horrible images of this they could possibly find. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's the point. Because they know people probably wouldn't click on it if they didn't do that. So let me see if I can play this one video real quick. And then we'll keep the party going. Looks like they got an ad going on real quick. But I'm going to see if we can get this guy's actually speaking out. And then we'll see what's up from there. So yeah, let me see. I think we got something right here. Let's see. 1 of 1 Taylor juror Diddy Combs. Let me see if we can play this real quick. Give me like 2 seconds. I just want to see. I'm not going to play the whole joint, but let me see real quick.
That you did not deliberate, but did you agree with the final verdict?
I understood the final verdict, and I think because I took a copious amount of notes overall. I took 350 pages worth of notes. Because at the end, we weren't told who was an alternate, who was the main juror until literally the last second.
Wow, so he was actually one of the jurors. He was an alternate, but they didn't tell who was an alternate. That's kind of weird.
They were reading when the judge was reading his entire statement at the end, it was like, the first 12 of you are the jurors, the last 5 are the alternates. So we didn't know, even in the jury room, no one treated everyone, we were equal, because we didn't know who was who.
Would you have acquitted him on RICO?
I think reading all my notes and looking back at the evidence, I probably would have reached the same conclusion as the other jurors.
You saw some very graphic images, videos. You heard very sexual and graphic details. What was that like, hearing that, and how did it impact how you viewed the case?
No, they were very graphic, and
that boy watched some dirty stuff, yo.
Overall, it was real.
This is fair use, by the way. I gotta say that for YouTube.
It was definitely riveting and eye-opening.
What did you see on the videos? The press wasn't able to see it in real time.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they were showing some of the. Well, I mean, there was both the the freak offs and hotel nights, as they were called.
Oh, wow.
From both of them. But it was.
Were they showing those videos?
They showed.
Curious, boy.
You know,
She
the
curious.
defense and the prosecution showed different clips, so they were very selective. Like the prosecution was showing more, you know, just Cassie just sitting around.
The defense showed that.
Defense showed that, yeah.
Just her sitting around not engaging in sexual activity.
Yes.
The prosecution, when you had to have your headphones on and otherwise,
Yeah.
what were you seeing then?
There was sexual activity, but I mean it wasn't really.
Homie said he's seen way worse.
Um,
Basically.
Was it force? Did it
No,
appear?
it didn't seem.
See,
it didn't
everybody
seem
knew
forced.
what they were doing in that
it was
joint.
It was actually like pretty tame.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was just a lot of rubbing oil and stuff on there. It wasn't anything too.
Hey, pause. Homie said it wasn't that hardcore joint. They was in there making, you know, this could have easily been like a BET. If y'all know BET uncut music videos back in the day, it easily could have been that. If what I'm getting from it,
You know, graphic.
Can I ask you one more question?
Sure.
And it's about the video from the Intercontinental Hotel that you saw
Yes.
a lot.
Yeah, it was.
Was it a? Did
Because
you
they
see
did it. Sometimes they did it like frame by frame by frame.
What did you think of that? Did you see it enough? Too much? Too little? What?
It was. I mean, it was a very bad video,
yeah, true.
and I think they showed it. I think they showed it enough. I mean, they tried to show it both sides, and
But my thing with that video though,
Did it make a
off
difference?
Mo, that video though, he's not being charged for that. So as a jury, you gotta really kind of like block out the BS, so to speak. And I know it could be easier said than done, but that's just my thoughts on that part.
Do you in the actual charges that you would have had to deliberate over? Because he wasn't charged with.
he wasn't
violence
charged
alone.
with
Exactly.
domestic violence. No,
Did that surprise you?
no, because I don't think domestic violence is a federal crime.
Yeah.
So
It's
Did it
a
cloud
state.
the way
The
you
state
saw the
would have
rest
had to
of the
hit him.
charges by seeing that video?
no, I think we looked at just what we were supposed to be, what the judge had said we were supposed to look at, and then based off of the evidence that was presented to us.
Yeah, so pretty much that kind of covers that. I think I'm gonna stop it right there. Boom. I'm gonna put myself back on the main screen because my thing is this whole thing, and now one more thing though. I know he dropped to his knee, but now there's another lawsuit that's floating around that says Diddy and Cassie is sued by a male escort who claims he contracted an STD after having the ex with the singer. So my thing is this. I have heard the audio on that, and what I got from that is if his attorney, I think he ended up filing the suit himself. Let me put myself back on the main screen. I don't think he has an attorney, or if he does, it hasn't been long got one, allegedly. I don't know. But it's my thing. Everybody's going to ask the same question. Why'd you wait so long? He said his previous attorney that was representing him told him not to and wait till after the trial. But my thing is, all these civil cases, a lot of them, I don't even think Diddy's probably even worried about. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they don't have no hard evidence. And to be honest, if Diddy's saying no the whole entire time and he's willing to take it to trial, all he's gonna have to do is beat one of those in court and prove that the person that he don't know who the hell they are. If they don't have no hard evidence, then those are gonna get dismissed left and right. It's just gonna be a pain in the ass. To be honest, Diddy may not even have to show up. But again, don't quote me on that because I don't know. But at the same time, yeah, I don't think he's worried. He's more so worried about these criminal charges than coming home to his family. And what I got from the joint is, you know, he's got the prostitution joint, which, again, like I said at the beginning of the live, that's a maximum of 10 years apiece for each charge, which there's two, that's 20, simple math. But there's no minimum. So the judge can easily let him out, you know, with time served when they go back to read the verdict. Or he could slap him with a few more times. You know, he could get anywhere from time served to 10 years. But you know what I'm saying? I don't think he's going to give him the maximum. Diddy was pretty much, you know, He kept a low profile and then flip out in court. He thanked the judge. He was respectful. Because, you know, in the event if things don't go his way, he got to make sure, hey, man, you don't bite the hand that's got your future, that has their future in hand. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? For the people who stood up to the judge and cussed him out, it's like, yo, you know I can, all right, cool, I'm going to give you the maximum since you're going to disrespect me. Again, I will say this too. I am not a big fan of the legal system or going in anybody's courtroom in any time at all. Because every time I've been, it was not in my favor and it sucked completely. And it's definitely a memorable experience. I did what I had to do and I kept it moving and I held it down. I got through the BS. But I will say this, when you get in trouble, not just talking Diddy here, but just in general, it takes a long time to recover from that shit, man. And a lot of money that you probably gonna look back like, damn, had I would have been moving right, I wouldn't even had to spend that bag. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're coming up on that hour mark, man. I'm about to go ahead and wrap this joint up for the night. This is my thoughts on the Diddy's case, the verdict. I'm glad he did beat the RICO per se, because I don't feel like he shouldn't have been charged for it in the first place. And in the prostitution, man, I just feel like, I don't know. You know, I just feel like he's not worried about that one. And we'll see that. I know there's supposed to be allegedly like Trump could possibly pardon him, but none of that's been spoken about just yet. We got to see what his actual sentence is going to be, which I think is supposed to be in October. So we'll see how that goes. Definitely more information and updates to come on that. We also covered the Trippie Red that got arrested pretty much, you know, right before he was getting ready to go do a show overseas, to the best of my knowledge. But I'm assuming with a bond of $150, he's not really tripping. It was just probably a big inconvenience, if I had to guess. But anyway, man, this sums up Music Monday. I'm going to go and get out of this thing and stop rambling, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you're new. And if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and again, this is Music Monday. I'll be back live again on Wednesday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. Until then, sign up for that Sold Out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the comment section, and it's free to sign up. Or, of course, we continue the sneaker talk. We got our food section, a sports section, you name it. I'll see you guys again on Wednesday. And, yeah, y'all smash that like button and sub up, and I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while.